Leo was a sensitive 7-year-old boy. He had a heart full of love, but his mind was often filled with a growing sense of shame. He lived in a quiet area near the city with his mother. Sarah, to Leo, his mother was the center of his world. She was the one who put him to bed every night, the one who knew exactly how much sweet spice to put in his breakfast, and the one whose voice sounded like a beautiful song. But there was a shadow in their home, a thick, rough, and dark scar covered the entire right side of Sarah's face. It went from her head down to her lower face. When she smiled, the skin pulled tight, and her face looked different. This often scared strangers. Leo had never asked about the scar. In his young mind, he didn't want to talk about it. He loved his mother, but at school, he began to feel embarrassed. He saw other mothers who had smooth skin and bright makeup. At the school gates, he would walk fast to stay ahead of her. He was afraid his friends would point at her and ask, "What is wrong with your mom's face?" One Monday morning, Leo's teacher, Ms. Harper, gave the class a letter. "This Thursday is our first parent-teacher meeting," she said. "I want to meet all of your parents." Leo felt a knot in his stomach. He wanted to hide the letter, but his mother saw it immediately. "A meeting?" she asked, her eyes happy. "I will be there, Leo." Leo looked away. "You don't have to go, Mom. I know you are busy." Sarah put her hand on his shoulder. "Honey, I want to go. I want to see your desk and meet your teacher." Leo felt sad. His biggest fear was coming true. Thursday arrived. Leo walked to school with his head down. He could feel people looking at them. He heard some older kids whispering. "Look at her face," one boy said. "She looks scary." Leo's face turned red. He felt angry at the bullies, but he also felt ashamed of his mother. Inside the classroom, he sat in a dark corner. He tried to hide behind a big book so no one would see him with her. Sarah sat quietly. She was polite and smiled at the other parents. Even when they looked away quickly, she listened to the teacher talk about the lessons and the school year. She seemed calm, even though Leo was trying to hide. When the meeting ended, parents began to talk to the teacher. Leo stayed in his corner, but he could hear Ms. Harper talking to his mother. "Sarah," the teacher said softly, "I want to ask, what happened to your face?" Leo stopped breathing. He listened closely. "It happened 7 years ago," Sarah began. Leo was just a baby. "I was in the kitchen when I heard a loud noise from his room. A fire started very fast. The smoke was thick and black." Leo gripped his book. He had never heard this before. "The neighbors yelled at me to stay outside because it was too dangerous," Sarah said. "The fire was too high, but I heard Leo crying. I didn't care about the danger. I ran into the room. The classroom became very quiet. Everyone was listening. I reached his bed, and suddenly A big piece of burning wood began to fall from the ceiling. It was going to hit my baby. I didn't have time to move him. So I covered him with my own body. I used my face to protect him. Sarah touched her scar. The wood hit me, and I passed out. Luckily, a firefighter ran in and saved us both. The doctors said this scar would stay forever. She smiled, a small, beautiful smile. People look at me and see something ugly. But when I look in the mirror, I see the reason my son is alive. I have never regretted it. Leo felt like he couldn't breathe. But not from smoke, from love. All his shame disappeared. He realized that the scar he was afraid of was actually the most beautiful thing in the world. It was a sign of a mother's great love. Leo ran out from his corner. He didn't care who was watching. He ran to his mother and hugged her as hard as he could. "I'm sorry, Mom," he cried. "I'm so sorry." Sarah held him tight. "I love you, Leo." Leo looked up at her face. For the first time, he didn't look away. He touched the rough skin of the scar. To him, it didn't look like a burn anymore. It looked like the mark of a hero. When they left the school, Leo didn't walk ahead. He held his mother's hand tightly and walked proudly. He wanted everyone to see them. He was proud to be the son of the bravest woman in the world.